Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that has been making headlines around the world, the chances of a new world war, the current situation between Russia and Ukraine, and the prospects for de-escalating the conflict. We'll also explore the potential for a war in Europe. So, let's get started. Chances of a new world war. First things first, let's address the question on everyone's mind: are we on the brink of a new world war? While the global geopolitical landscape is complex, the likelihood of a large-scale world war, like those of the past, remains low. This is primarily due to the interconnectedness of nations, economic interdependencies, and the lessons learned from history. International diplomacy and organizations play a pivotal role in preventing conflicts from escalating to global proportions. Current situation in Russia and Ukraine. Now, turning our attention to the ongoing tensions between Russia and Ukraine. The situation in eastern Ukraine, particularly in the Donbas region, has been a cause for concern. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 led to strained relations between the two nations. There have been sporadic clashes and conflicts in eastern Ukraine, with both sides accusing each other of violating ceasefires. However, an all-out war is not in either country's best interests. Ukraine seeks to maintain its sovereignty, while Russia aims to protect its strategic interests and influence in the region. Probability of de-escalation. De-escalation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict is not only possible but also crucial. Diplomatic efforts, led by international organizations like the United Nations and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE, are ongoing to find a peaceful resolution. Economic sanctions, diplomatic pressure, and negotiations are tools that the international community is employing to encourage de-escalation. The Minsk agreements, aimed at a peaceful settlement, remain a focal point of discussions. Chances of a war in Europe. The prospect of a war in Europe is a serious concern, given the continent's history of conflicts. However, several factors make a large-scale war in Europe less likely today. The European Union, EU, was established in part to promote peace and stability through economic integration. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also plays a role in deterring aggression by providing collective defense for member states. The lessons of World Wars I and II have led to a stronger emphasis on diplomacy, cooperation, and conflict prevention in the region. Regional stability and cooperation. Regional stability and cooperation are essential elements in preventing conflicts from escalating. European nations have invested in building strong diplomatic ties, economic partnerships, and institutions that encourage peaceful dialogue. The EU's role as a mediator and promoter of democratic values has contributed to the avoidance of large-scale conflicts within its member states. To understand the probabilities of a nuclear war in 2024, we need to consider historical context. The Cold War era was marked by intense rivalry between nuclear-armed superpowers, but the lessons from that era have influenced today's approach to deterrence. The concept of mutually assured destruction, MAD, has led to caution among nuclear-armed nations, making a full-scale nuclear war less likely. Evolving geopolitics. Geopolitics plays a significant role in nuclear risk assessment. Tensions between nations can escalate, increasing the risk of conflict. The relations between nuclear-armed countries like the United States, Russia, China, and others are intricate and must be carefully managed to avoid misunderstandings and miscalculations. Technological advancements. Technological advancements have both positive and negative implications. While advancements in communication can facilitate diplomacy, they can also lead to misinformation spreading rapidly. Cyber warfare and the potential to disrupt command and control systems are factors that contribute to the overall risk landscape. Arms control and disarmament. Arms control and disarmament agreements have been essential in reducing the risk of nuclear war. Treaties like START, Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, and the Non-Proliferation Treaty aim to limit the number of nuclear weapons and encourage diplomatic solutions. However, the expiration of certain treaties can impact the overall stability. Regional conflicts. Regional conflicts also factor into the nuclear risk equation. Territorial disputes, historical tensions, and political differences can escalate quickly. Nations with nuclear capabilities need to manage these conflicts carefully to prevent them from spiraling into larger confrontations. Nuclear terrorism. Another concern is the potential for nuclear terrorism. The unauthorized acquisition of nuclear materials or weapons by non-state actors poses a serious threat. International cooperation and security measures are crucial to prevent such scenarios. Diplomacy and dialogue. Host, diplomacy and dialogue remain essential tools in preventing nuclear conflicts. Open lines of communication and diplomatic channels can de-escalate tensions and promote understanding. International forums provide opportunities for leaders to address concerns and collaborate on solutions. Awareness. Public awareness and advocacy play a vital role in shaping policies. Informed citizens can hold their governments accountable for responsible nuclear policies, urging them to prioritize peace and disarmament. Positive steps. Despite the concerns, there are positive steps being taken. Some nations are investing in renewable energy sources to reduce their dependence on nuclear power. This can indirectly contribute to reducing the risks associated with nuclear technologies. Conclusion. Wrapping things up, the probabilities of a nuclear war in 2024 remain low due to the lessons of history, the practice of deterrence, and the global awareness of the catastrophic consequences. However, the risks cannot be ignored. It's up to governments, international organizations, and each one of us to maintain a vigilant watch, foster diplomacy, and advocate for a peaceful world. Remember to stay informed, engage in discussions, and support efforts that promote global stability. Thanks for joining us today, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this important conversation. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.